As you can see here, I can change and I can add from both the sides, right? I can have both my streams on the same time on different platforms. I thought I will show it to you guys. Who knows, you might enjoy it as well. This is a great, and it's a free plugin on OBS. So if you are into streaming, or if you like look at it and all those stuff, you know, and see, if you see, I just clicked on it, it's up here. Worst part is this is there, which I can remove from YouTube. And everything is so, it's kind of more customizable on YouTube when it comes to these things. But no, don't exit the stream. You guys can see here my stream, the worst quality ever. Let's see if this is just, oh yeah, it's just because of that. Yeah, sweet. And you guys should be able to hear me and feel me on my Twitch as well. Let me make sure. Hello, hello. Hello, howdy, dowdy. Hello, howdy. Yeah, this is working fine. Cool. So now, as I was saying, right? Hopefully, this one goes well. This is my first time I'm trying both the softwares at the same time. So let's see how it goes. Basically, let's see how it goes. But if you haven't, you guys can check my Censored Hacker. With this, you guys can access all my videos forever, right? Because Twitch takes off those videos after a week, as I'm a small streamer. But for the big ones, they did give a month. Bunch of, I understand why people hate Twitch sometimes. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started. We were on our intro to web hacking. So let's go to that one. I'll try to monitor the chat as much as possible, but if I can't, apologies in the start. I have both these chats here. I have both the chats, so you guys can say hello on both the sides. Hello, and this one, hello. My name here on Twitch will be changing in a week to Censored Hacker as well. So with that being said, hope you guys had your protein bar and some good coffee, because we are going to go into a way deeper topic than we usually. SSRF was a big one. IDOR was a big one. Final inclusion was a big one. But this is something which is so massive that majority of the hacks, and like as you see here too, a bunch of bug bounties. If you don't know what bug bounty is, right, let me explain to you. So let's say you have a website, right? Let's say you're Microsoft, you are big, you know there are a lot of companies and even governments and a lot of people, bad hackers, want to attack your company. What do? You can hire a bunch of team, but you still are not sure, and still hacking sometimes happen. So how to do it? They're like, just like instead when you are a sheriff or when you are a cop, you're not able to find a person, you do a missing, and with the reward posters, right? Same idea. So they don't have to work, and whoever as a general public will help the sheriff or the cops, they will get some money. Same idea with these bounties. If Microsoft security team is not able to find something, right, there is some bug in their website, in their system, and you as a good citizen, a good hacker, are able to find them, you get rewarded. There are platforms which you can look, which tells the companies where you can look, and all the companies who do these programs. Not every company have those, but a bunch of them do. And you here's a list of them. HackerOne is big one, Bugcrowd and Integris. Let me see, I forgot the name. There are a couple though. So all these are actually HackerOne. If you see at the bottom left, HackerOne report, and these are the bounties paid. And there are bounties recently which has gone for 50K. Somebody worked on for a week and they were able to make 50K out of it. So just saying, it's a big money game changer. So do pay attention to what I'm teaching, because I did read it before, and I have done this one before, but I want to do it again because it's been some time. So with that being said, let's get into this. Prerequisites. It's worth noting that because XSS is based on JavaScript, it would be helpful to have a basic understanding of the language. However, none of the examples is overly complicated. Also, okay, sorry. Hopefully you guys can hear me again, right? So it would be helpful to have a basic understanding of the language. However, none of the examples is overly complicated. Also, basic understanding of client server request response is important, right? Client server response, let me explain to you in a simple words, right? Let's say you go to a restaurant, right? There is a waiter, right? You are the client, and the response is basically the kitchen is your server. You are the client as the customer, as somebody who is eating, sending a request to the kitchen that, hey, make this. Kitchen sends you gives you a response in terms of the dish you wanted, or they will say, hey, the dish is not available. So that's basically the idea of client server response, where your web browser is the client and server of Facebook, Microsoft, anything is the server, right? Request you send, responses you get. Cross-site scripting, better known as XSS. Why X and why not C? CSS is already taken by some other thing, and cross X site scripting is the cybersecurity community is classified as an injection attack where malicious JavaScript gets injected into a web application with the intention of being executed by other users. In this room, you will learn about the different XSS types, how to create XSS payloads, how to modify your payloads to evade filters, and then end with a practical lab where you can try out your new skills. Cross-site scripting vulnerabilities are extremely common. Below are a few reports of cross-site scripting found in massive applications. You can get paid very well for finding and reporting these vulnerabilities. Some of the examples are here. I'll just put the my apologies. I'll put the link in both the chats so you guys can look on your own time, right? Making it easy for you. What does XSS stands for? XSS stands for Cross-Site Scripting. Now, cross-site scripting payloads, XSS payloads. What is a payload? In XSS, the payload is the JavaScript code we wish to be executed on target's computer. Basically, the code we send in the request that gets executed on the server. There are two parts to the payload, the intention and the modification. The intention is what you wish JavaScript to actually do, which we'll cover with some examples below. And the modification is the changes to the code we need to make it to execute, as every scenario is different. More on this in the perfecting your payload task. So we have one task below. Let's see. But basically the idea is that one thing is like the code changes we make and what are the intentions we want it to happen. Here are some examples of XSS intentions. Proof of concept, number one. This, as a cybersecurity guy, white hat hacker, which I recommend, because this stream is not to show you how to be a bad guy. This is simplest of the payload, and this proof of concept is used by those white hat hackers a lot of time to show that they were able to do something. The simplest payload, where all you want to do is demonstrate that you can achieve XSS on a website. This is often done by causing an alert box to pop up on the page with a string of text. For example, this. You can do this. Actually, you can practically do this by just going to inspect here in your Google and Microsoft and other places. Let me do clear, and the brackets clears everything, right? Now if I do alert, as you can see, there's already one function here, and say follow me. Hopefully I'll make it bigger. Follow me, right? This in orange, what you see, that's orange. Yeah, that's orange. So in orange, what you see is the string we want to show anyone, and the function is called alert. I do this TryHackMe.com says, follow me. So, and this is the pop-up type you might have seen, right? The error or something comes. So that's what this function does, and that's the concept, proof of concept you want to show sometimes. Hey Panda, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well, having a great week. We are doing cross-site scripting, so you're going to have some fun because this is the most expensive vulnerability a lot of people see out there nowadays. Goody good, goody good. I hope it becomes better. I hope it becomes better. Session stealing, right? Details of a user's session, such as login tokens, are often kept in cookies on the target's machine. The below JavaScript takes the target's cookie, base64 encodes the cookie. What would make it become better? Having a positive attitude. That helps a lot. And also, look at a bunch of funny Instagram reels. That's what I do. They help a lot. And go for a run, do something fun. If not, the worst case, go have some chai and samosa. Oh, thank you, thank you. A friend gave it to me. I helped him get a second jacket. It has been an interesting story. This has been a story of hacking too, because a friend of mine ordered this jacket from, I think, Australia. He really liked it, but this size of this one didn't fit him. So he said, hey, he wanted to give it to me. And I was like, okay, I felt bad for him. So I asked him to, hey, do you want to see? You might be, because he cannot like get a new size. It's in Australia. He had to pay more for shipping than the actual cost of this. So I asked him to have a better look at the website and see if he can find some defect in this, and then ask them to order it again. He found one. He asked them to give a bigger size, and he got one. So it's I like that. I love this jacket, but the story behind it's even more fun. Yeah, I just like those things. Sorry, I just want to make sure the chat is there, right? Nice. Yeah, I started streaming on YouTube too, so that's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's how hacking is. There's always something to hack. Details. So let's get back. What's the channel name? Censored Hacker. That's same as my Twitter and stuff. I can just post here. I'm going to change my Twitch as well to Censored Hacker soon. That's going to happen in a week. Thank you. So yeah, let's get back into our hacking though. Let's not forget the main bread and butter. Session stealing. This might apply to you if you are not techie. Is that session cookies, session stealing is the easiest way nowadays to get access to anyone's account. So let's say if you're on Amazon, and to verify it's you, right? Instead of you always giving them a password, you just give a password when you log in. Amazon sends you a cookie. It's a very unique type of ID they send you, and that's only for you. That's your identification for a certain amount of time, right? Once you do that, right, if somebody is able to steal your session cookie, then you are doomed. Then you cannot get your, like, basically then there is no way for you to stop unless and until you have to tell them like, hey, I need a newer cookie, or let the session end. Because if they get hold of that cookie, they can log in as you easily by just putting that value in their browser, and they can make any changes they want. It's that bad. So session stealing is a big nowadays. Detail of user sessions such as login tokens are often kept in cookies on the target's machine. The below JavaScript document the target's cookie base64 encoded, so the value you get of your cookie is actually encoded, and the cookie to ensure successful transmission, and then post it to a website under hacker's control to be logged. So with this, the hacker is able to get, with this attack, your cookie. Once the hacker uses these cookies, they can take over target session and can be logged in as that user. For example, let's say if I'm a paid member, right? If you go to my account, this is a VIP account because I have paid for it. If you see, a premium user. So if somebody wants to access this, if I accidentally show my session cookie, or if I accidentally somebody is able to steal it, they can log me out of my own account. They can change the email. They can do whatever they want. So never like just blindly click on any link. A lot of time when you click on a link, they can steal your session. This would be very damaging if the website, keylogger, last one. And this is the way they can steal. It's just like if this is the hacker's website, steal, and the cookie, and this is how they can get your cookie. This is all JavaScript. Keylogger you might have seen a lot in the movies. The below code acts as a keylogger. Keylogger is, let's say, every time I'm typing something, that key is getting logged and that is being sent to the hacker. This means anything you type on the web page will be forwarded to a website under the hacker's control. This could be very damaging if the website the payload was installed on accepted users' logins or credit card details. So let's say if it is on Amazon, right? One of the pages, not even the whole website, the one page, specifically the one where you add your credit card or payment details. If somebody is able to get all the link, all the idea of what all you are typing, you might think, oh, I can type 456, then backspace, and that they are getting the value of the backspace too. They are able to see you press backspace. And that's what this whole is about. So, and if you see with the JavaScript, you say document on key press on any of the keys on your computer is pressed. Do this function where hacker gets your key, whichever key you typed, and it's sent. That information is sent to this URL, to this website. Business logic. This payload is a lot more specific than the above examples. This would be about calling a particular network resource or a JavaScript function. For example, imagine a JavaScript function for changing user's email address called user.changeEmail. So this is a function in your website. Your payload will look like user.changeEmail attacker this. So this one, they are able to find what the function is and they're able to change it, right? So that's the whole point of this. Instead of just sending, they are actually, the reason this is a bit more specific and a bit more complicated is because in the above one, there is like you are getting the keys, you have to find the information, you are hoping that they go to a credit card, they have logged into one of the cookies you can get of Amazon or something. Here, you are actually in their browser, you are doing it. You don't even have to use your own browser. Now that the email address of the account has changed, the attacker may perform a reset password attack. For example, if somebody puts this on they can change my email. They have already changed my email. Now they will change my address as well. With that, they have access to everything, right? Because they changed the email, now they can change the password and everything else. The next 4 tasks are going to cover different types of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, all requiring slightly different attack payload and user interaction. So we are going to cover different types. Which document property could contain user session token? We just read it, right? Session token is basically cookie. So how you do it? Document is the main one. Document is the whole web page. Document means your whole web page, your whole website you are seeing. And you have cookie. Which JavaScript method is often used as a proof of concept? As I showed you here, is the alert function, right? Hopefully you guys saw that example. If not, go on YouTube and you can roll back, or even here, right? Anywhere. I have 0 likes and 0 viewers. That's awesome. Hell yeah, I can do anything. I can run naked. Reflected cross-site scripting. So task 3, reflected cross-site scripting. There are 3 types of cross-site scriptings. I will say reflected, stored. DOM is but blind. Like in my opinion 3, but like let's say even if 4, the way they have done it, I guess. So let's see. Reflected cross-site scripting, SSS. Reflected SSS happens when a user supply data in a HTTP request is included in the web page source without any validation. So basically that means is whenever I'm sending data, let's say Facebook, I'm logging in as with my username and email, or email and the password. And Facebook doesn't validate if the type of data I'm entering should be entered or not, right? Is it the right type of data? For example, let's say I go on here and I log into Gmail. If I type hello world at and I don't even type at, I just type .com, right? This kind of worked. .com worked. Oh no, robot. Oh, they entered automatically. They entered the Gmail. Never mind. They automatically, if I don't do it, they automatically are adding the gmail.com. Not working the way we want. But let's say I go to YouTube login. Let's say I'm here. I sign in. Going back here again. I type something like script alert hello script. I entered some JavaScript, as you can see, and I did alert, not alerts, alert, right? Enter a valid email or phone number. That's what is the meaning of validation. They are validating whatever the user has entered. Is it correct type of entry? Is it like, does it make sense or not, right? That's the whole point of this stuff. Sorry, going back, just making sure you guys can see me. Yeah. So that's what they are talking about, that there should be some kind of validation whatever the user types in, because you don't know if the user is a good user or a bad user. Example scenario: a website where if you enter incorrect input, an error message is displayed. The content of the error message gets taken from the error parameter in the query string and is built directly in the page source. So let's say I entered the script thing, right? And it was sent to the server, and that is being shown on the website. Now that's bad because the server is taking whatever I send them. Not a good thing. And that's what they are saying here, that whatever the person entered, let's say invalid input detected, that whole string user entered, and that's being showed on the website. It should not. The content of the error message gets taken from the error parameter in the query string and is built directly in the page source. The application doesn't check the contents of the error parameter. They don't check it, which allows the attacker to insert a malicious code. So like we were doing alert, they can add source to a script, which script will actually get inside the server because this is sent to the server. The vulnerability can be used as per scenario in the image below. So let's say I'm the hacker here, just missing the sunglasses. The attacker sends a link to the victim, right? That contains a malicious payload. The victim website only second, victim clicks link and is taken to vulnerable website. Like if you are trying to see get some free money, something like that, right? Link containing the attacker script is executed on the website. For example, this one, right? evil.js, and that is basically then goes, and victim is, let's say if it was keylogger, right? The way we were seeing, that script is being working on, and that person, whatever the victim is typing, gets right with the keylogger, is the data is being sent to the attacker from his machine. The server is not even needed now because the script was loaded on the victim's browser. Potential impact: the attacker could send links or embed them into a iframe on another website containing a JavaScript payload to potential victims, getting them to execute code on their browser, potentially revealing sessions or customer information. So with this, they are basically, with this type of attack, they can get any information, they can understand all the stuff, right? So that's basically the thing. Wait. Yeah. You guys can see me, right? You guys can hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you chat, if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Sorry, I think my screen on the phone was frozen for a second. But let's continue with these type of attack, right? For example, with the evil.js, the attacker sent, right? Evil.js here, I can have a keylogger. Keylogger is the best thing I can have easily, because then whatever the person is typing, I will get every single key. Thanks, Panda. So with this, I can get every single key the person was getting. It's a simple code, document.onKeyPress. Like I can type this code here. Once you have this, you can replace it with your website and you get access to every single thing you want. Here. This is all the code is. Just have to get it in. And it's easy to get it in. If you're like, example for that, for testing reasons, you can do is, let's say there are a lot of adult content sites, right? Don't want to name any. Maybe orange and black, something like that type of color. You can put this link in one of the ads there. Everyone, so many of those hacks, so many of the stories I hear, because those ads are never checked properly by those websites. Anybody clicks on them, right? Boom, gone. Their whole system, like that's why, like, don't go to those websites. Point. Like, do not go to stupid websites. That's where things start. You can have the best thing. So that's one of the ways, if somebody wanted to hack, is like very simple. And with that, right, like I was saying, you can get revealing sessions, right? You can get the cookies of Amazon, anything, if they were logged in on the same browser, customer information, everything you can get. How to test for reflected cross-site scripting. You'll need to test every possible point of entry. Point of entry means every single way a user can send data to the server when it's not validated, or like every single way should be validated first thing. And even if it is not validated, should be validated in the backend. So any single point with these type of things, right? Like these type of font I can have here too, because these are like basically directory, room, and page, right? Stuff like that. URL file path, because if there is like, let's say if there was like query here, username, something like that. Sometimes HTTP headers, although unlikely exploitable in practice. So I searched about that in Perplexity. The reason it's hard and to do so, because HTTP is like a protocol, which is like there are certain things needed, right? There are very few changes you can make, and even the few changes you make, hard to like get something out, because a lot of time those get rejected, or like they are just so small changes they don't even work. So the very likely to unlikely to happen, but still can happen. And go to Perplexity, you will get the answer for this in a much more detail. Once you have found some data which is being reflected in the web application, you will then need to confirm that you can successfully run your JavaScript payload. Your payload will be dependent on where in application your code is reflected. You'll learn more about that in task 6. So basically, whatever you send the data, and wherever the you should see, based on that, your payload depends. Where in the URL is a good place to test for reflected cross-site scripting? Any idea? File path, maybe? Query string. Where in the URL? URL query, URL QUERY. No. URL string, URL string. Nope. Let's see. File path, I typed it. Do I have to type the whole thing? Where in the URL? URL query string. I typed that too, right? I hate these annoying ones. Where in a URL a good place to test for reflected cross-site scripting. Parameters of the query string should work. Yep. So with the query string, basically this is a parameter. The username you see here, that's a parameter where whatever the value goes here. You can check with Postman. That's a way better way to do it instead of just this. Now let's go back to the second one, stored cross-site scripting. A good one. I don't know. Have you guys give me a thumbs up if you know about this site I'm going to name. Very old, but you probably will have heard. MySpace. Have you heard of that? I can show you this too. It was a social networking app, a big, massive one. It was basically the Facebook of its time. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but a guy hacked it using, I think, stored cross-site scripting. Yeah, right? It's crazy. And it's called stored. So this was a cross-site scripting worm. What Sammy, right? He named the worm, like this hack, after his name, called Sammy, right? This was a cross-site scripting, what we are going to learn here in this one. What this hack used to do, or this attack used to do, once you see, is that if this is Sammy, right? If this guy is Sammy, that's a stupid image to snap, but he sent a payload, right, to MySpace server. And this will give you idea what stored XSS is. Let me know if you guys like this. So he sent this payload, JavaScript payload, to MySpace server by entering somewhere. And the whole point of this payload was anytime somebody visits their own profile page, let's say if I'm visiting my own Instagram or Facebook profile page, they will become friends with Sammy. Every time you go on your, so they're just basically sending it's like, hey, send friend request to this Sammy user ID named Sammy. That was executed every time somebody visit their site, and this guy became the most popular person on MySpace. And even FBI got involved in this. So it's a very fun thing to read. Don't know if you guys are very much into it, but that's what this thing does. And once let's read this this stored XSS, and you will learn this is exactly how it works. As the name infers, the XSS payload is stored on the web application on MySpace server in a database, for example, and then runs when other users visit the site or the web page, their profile page. Example scenario: a blog website that allow users to post comments. Unfortunately, these comments aren't checked for whether they contain JavaScript or filter out any malicious code. So Sammy, was able to send a JavaScript file or JavaScript code. If we now post a comment containing JavaScript, this will be stored in the database. And every other user now visiting the article will have the JavaScript run in their browser. Every time somebody went on this web page, basically their profile page, this JavaScript run, the code will happen, which was about sending a friend request. If we now post a comment containing JavaScript, will be stored in the database. Yeah. So here, attacker inserts malicious payload into the website database. Sammy was able to get the cross-site scripting JavaScript in the database. For every visit the website onto the website, the malicious script is activated. So send request is activated. Victim, the data or the friend request the attacker's script gathered is sent to him. So the friend request is sent to the attacker's profile. They would steal the victim's cookie, which would allow the attacker to take over the victim's account. Once you have someone's cookie, you have their account. You have everything you want. Potential impact: the malicious JavaScript could direct users to another website, steal user session cookie, or perform other website actions while attacking as the visiting user. Okay, how to test for stored cross-site scripting? you'll need to test every possible point of entry, basically comment, username, login, search, anything. Like for example, I am here, right? I do a search. This is a point of entry, right? I'm adding these flags here. This is a point of entry. All these things are point of entry. So if you are a web developer, you have to check all these, not only in the front end application, just like Google does, but they also have at back end too, at every single layer. If in the back end, if you don't know, there are 3 layers. One is layer 1 is the API layer, layer 2 is the business layer, layer 3 is the one which talks to database. All these layers need to have validations to protect based on how much important the data is, right? Everybody should do it in my opinion, but that's not how the business works. How to test, right? Basically we'll need to test every possible point of entry where it seems data is stored, and then shown back in areas that others user have access to. A small example could be comments on a blog, user profile information, website listing, all the stuff. Now let me ask you this: how was that MySpace real life scenario you liked? Let me know your comments, right? I'm just going to I will just type this. I don't want to give you links to any of the websites. You guys can have a look by yourself, right? But let me know if you guys like that type, something which you can actually see, right, in your life, some type of a real life thing you can see, because that will motivate me to like come up with more real world scenarios, if you like. Sometimes developers think limiting input values on the client side is good enough protection. So changing values to something the web application wouldn't be expecting is good source of discovering stored XSS. For example, age field that is accepting an integer from a drop down menu, but instead you manually send the request. Rather than using the form, allowing you to try malicious payloads. What this means, right? What this means is, let's say if I'm adding a basically age, right, and drop down or year, right, which year you are born, you get that list. Okay, on the front end, you did that, but when that send request is being sent, let me show you something. This request, every time, let's say I entered 1 2 3. Now I know this is the answer. This is the request being sent for this task ID. I can change this. If this was a number, I can change this to something else, and so easy to do. And that's why, just like as I was mentioning, having those things just in the front end is not enough, because I can manipulate front end way more easily. So you need at every layer, because once a corrupted data enters the database, the whole database is gone almost. Trust me, I had recovered databases twice in my lifetime so far. It was a hell. And I woke up till 3 a.m. during because I'm a DevOps engineer. Something happened with the database. I was up 3 a.m. till 3 a.m. And it wasn't fixed. I woke up at 6 a.m. I slept at 3 a.m., woke up at 6 a.m. That's how stressed it was. So just something interesting. Once you have found some data which is being stored in the web application, you will then need to confirm that you can successfully run your JavaScript payload. Your payload will be dependent on where in the application your code is reflected, right? How are stored cross-site scripting payloads usually stored on a website? Idea? Stored, they are basically, how are they stored? They are stored in like database. Or where? I think answer should be where, not how. But yeah, like this was stored cross-site scripting with your real life scenario. DOM based one is interesting. The reason it is interesting because you can see it in real life, and I will show you how to do it on TryHackMe. What is DOM? DOM stands for Document Object Model. So the whole website you see, if you were looking through the task 1 and task 2 or something, right? If we go here, let me clear this. Just you can do this exercise right now on Twitch. Do this with or YouTube, right? Do this right now. Go on your page, right? Right click and click inspect. Once you click inspect, you will have elements pop up. Click on console and type what I typed, clear. There will be a bunch of stupid error warnings. Ignore them right now. Clear clears everything. Now I will type something. Document. This document, right? How important it is? I can access every single function on this website with just this document. It can give me all the keys I pressed and everything. So that's why the keylogger one, which I texted 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, that is document.onKeyPress. On the whole document, on your whole website, on this whole website of TryHackMe, whatever I enter, that whatever key I press, that will be noted down. So, and this is here says DOM stands for Document Object Model and is a programming interface for HTML and XML documents. Every single website you go is a HTML document. It represents the page so that programs can change the document structure, style, and content. So however your website looks, we can change how good it looks, how bad it want to look, what functions we want to add, and all those stuff. What comes before others. So why task 3, task 4 comes before task 5? Document structure. We can put that. A web page is a document, and this document can be either displayed in the web browser window or as HTML source. If you click here, not just inspect, but I think there should, oh, that's the image I clicked. If you click here, you'll see this is the image. That's why you say copy image, save image. Here, I can click view source, and that will be all the HTML source. The diagram of HTML DOM is displayed here. First is the document. Second is the element, root element. And this root element contains all your data information of the website, like any text I entered, my title, my name, any links, and all those stuff. If you want to learn more about DOM and gain a deeper understanding, w3org is a great resource. This is probably, I will say, one of my favorite sites in starting days. It still is because it's free. Second, not only just is free, but also this is how I learned SQL, I learned JavaScript, I learned my HTML and CSS. I learned basics of websites with this. W3 is free. Go check it out. Great website. Exploiting the DOM. DOM-based cross-site scripting is where JavaScript execution happens directly in the browser without any web pages being loaded or data submitted to the backend code. So let's say if I want to change something, right? I can go here. And like with the document, I can say get element by ID, get element by class name. I can get any of these elements and I can change the text inside them, the whatever is written, anything I can change. And that's what they are talking about. So because we don't have to send any data to the backend. Execution occurs on when the website JavaScript code acts on input or user interaction. Like if I do this is JavaScript. Every time I hover over this color changes. So if I click here, to give you guys an idea, right? On hover, there should be one here, example. SVG, no, one second. I'll show you this in real life. I like showing these. So here's our button. Here's a div. So let's see on hover. There's nothing here. Let's see here. On hover, let's see. We saw the color. I saw border color. See this. This changed. Now I can change this to blue. You see the submit button, the color is changing with whatever I select. And it changed for all of them. Now it's red instead of green. Looks ugly, not going to lie. But this is how it is. So these type of changes can happen with just some small JavaScript one-liners. So, and every time you do these, like this hover over, that's also a JavaScript thing, right? JavaScript is basically all the interaction you are doing. That's JavaScript. Example scenario. The website's JavaScript gets the content from window.location.hash parameter and then writes that onto the page in the correctly being viewed section or currently being viewed section. The contents of the hash aren't checked for malicious code. Never are checked, allowing an attacker to inject JavaScript of their choosing onto the web page. So if I go here again, I should not take this off. If you are wondering why I'm not typing clear, I'm typing Control L. That will clear everything. But let's see, window dot location, not location storage, local storage. No, do not type location. Right? You see the website, href, all these things. Now hash. Parameter then writes onto page being currently viewed. So if I change this parameter, like the values inside it, I can change what I see on this website. The contents of the hash aren't checked for malicious code, allowing an attacker to inject JavaScript, right? So I can inject JavaScript on this. Clear this. Now let's make it a bit smaller. Potential impact. This is important. This is where you can think how I should craft things. Crafted links could be sent to potential victims, redirecting them to another website or steal contents from the page or user's session. So basically, let's say if that Sammy virus, right? That thing I can send like a link, create a link. That link can be sent, redirecting them to another website or steal content from the page or user session. So I can do anything then if I am able to change some and the person is able to see. How to test for DOM-based XSS? DOM-based XSS can be challenging to test for and requires a certain amount of knowledge of JavaScript to read the source code. You would need to look for parts of the code that access certain variables that an attacker can have control over, such as window.location.x. So even if they have, let's say, just like I showed you accidentally, window.local.storage, local.storage, you can get access to my cookies. When you have found those bits of code, you would then need to see how they are handled and whether the values are even written to the web page DOM or passed to unsafe JavaScript methods such as eval. Eval is another one which is about evaluate whatever you want to see, right? Like even you can put some methods, not just code, but also like just say 5 plus 5, evaluate that. It will do it. What unsafe JavaScript method is good to look in the source code? Eval. There's something to look for. I'll drink some water. Water is here. Till then, just give me a follow. Doesn't cost anything. Takes a second. And hydrate. Cheers. Oh, that was hard. Sorry. Let me check on my chat. Chat, you are dry today. You are dry. What should I do to make you wet? Get you hyped. What should I do? Come on. Send some likes. Send some funny emojis. Sorry. This is night time, right? 10:10. 10:10, make a wish. Oh, that's 11:11. Sorry. 10:10, make a smiling face. Yeah. I like that. Thanks. Now let's get blind XSS. Thanks. Thanks, Panda. Blind XSS. There are 2 more viewers. Come on, send me something. Blind XSS is similar to a stored XSS. Remember this, which we covered in task 4. In that, your payloads get stored on the website for another viewer to view. But in this instance, you can't see the payload working or be able to test it against yourself first because it is blind. It's like a blind date. You can't see her. Example scenarios. A website has a contract form where you can message a member of staff. The message content doesn't get checked for any malicious code, which allows the attacker to enter anything they wish. These messages then get turned into a support ticket, which staff view on a private web portal. Right? I can already see how I can. That's nice. Thank you. Keep sending me these messages. I like those. Remember that. How to test for blind XSS? When testing for blind XSS vulnerabilities, you need to ensure your payload has a callback. What this means is, let's say if the portal, I'm sending that information to the portal, and I have I'm sending let's say, for example, that ticket is being stored, right? In that I said, hey, this website is not working or this document is not coming up, and I put a link to it. Or if I put some code, I am putting a function that sends me back to my website, right? Bring the user to my website or get something. That's what it does. When testing for blind XSS, you need to ensure your payload has a callback, getting me the information, usually an HTTP request. This way you know if and when your code is being executed. So let's say if my code was like, okay, download evil.js or go to this attacker.thm website, right? That type of thing, I will get that information. A popular tool for blind XSS attack is XSS Hunter Express. Let's go here. Although it's possible to make your own tool in JavaScript, this tool will automatically capture cookies, URLs, page contents, and more. So this one, let me send you guys this. Thanks, Panda. Love you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Panda. Others should do it too. I should do a draft. I should give start sending gifts or something for most messages sent. Once I reach my affiliate, you will get points for everything. So then I can probably do some draws and stuff. I want to try that. Answer the following questions below. What tool can you use to test for blind XSS? We just looked at it. Hunter, right? XSS Hunter Express. What type of XSS is similar to blind XSS? The one we read about Sammy, stored XSS. Perfecting your payload. Let's see how big it is. Level 1, level 2, level 3. We are almost at the end of our stream. How about this? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to do task 7. Or if there are more viewers today. We have 4 viewers, right? Compared to 0 or 1 I get. So yeah, I'll just do it, right? For you guys. Perfecting your payload. Let's start our machine. The payload in... it was already started. I guess. No. Let me do this. Here. Let's let it open. There is one machine I already have, right? I can take I don't like the split view, right? And let me just start it and I will watch. So I have these two big guys. Let's see. One is it 175? Yeah, things should be good, right? It's back to normal. Let's see. Perfecting your payload. The payload is the JavaScript code we want to execute either on another user's browser or as a proof of concept to demonstrate a vulnerability in a website, like a bug bounty hunter. Your payload could have many intentions, from just bringing up a JavaScript alert box to prove we can execute JavaScript on the target's website, to extracting information from web page or user session. So basically, simple alert box to execute to extracting information. How your JavaScript payloads get reflected in a target's website code will determine the payload you need to use. To explain this, click the green Start Machine button on the right, and then the machine has. To explain this, click the green Start Machine button on the right. When the machine has loaded, open the below link. Okay, sure. This link, I don't think this will work for me. I have to open this in here. This is the attack box of TryHackMe. Let's see, come on. Do you guys do on? Have you been on TryHackMe? Do you guys like it? Okay, go into TryHackMe. Copy. Paste and go, baby. Let's see. The only reason I'm not bringing up my Kali because it's nothing interesting to do, like which will need computational heavy stuff. This is fine. So let's see. I'll cross this too. The aim for each level will be to execute the JavaScript alert function using the string THM. For example, this one, right? What this will give us if we do it on our browser, right? As I said, like we can do right click, inspect, you see this, Control L, clear everything, and let's paste this. Gonna paste here, Control C, Control V, here. Let's see what this will do for us. Wait, why it didn't work? Script. Or maybe because of the no. Interesting. It was working like 5 minutes ago. Too many bad requests. Oh, I don't have to do it that way. My bad. Sorry, my brain got lost. I don't have to do it that way. I can just actually just go alert because it's in the console. If I have to store it, then I will go var, give a variable name var, like test, like this here, like this. Now I will do test. Let's see. Oh, I can now add this document to something, right? And this will come. What I want to do is just alert THM, this itself, just this. If you want to see, this is our goal. We want to achieve an alert box. So level 1, you are presented with a form asking you to enter your name, and once you have entered your name, it will be presented on a line below. For example, enter your name, enter here, hello Adam. If you view the page source, you will see your name reflected in the code. So let's do that, right? We see my name, censored hacker. Let's see. Confirming XSS payload. And if I see the code here of this, I can bring this back here. If I see the code, get a bit bigger. Here you can see hello censored hacker. Everything is there. XSS payload failed. I don't know why I even check for that. I didn't do anything. Okay, so we got that, right? Instead of entering your name, you are instead going to try entering the following JavaScript payload. So our script alert THM. Now, when you click the enter button, you'll get an alert pop-up with the string THM, and the page source will look like this. And then with the alert, right, instead of her name, and then you'll get a confirmation message that your payload was successful with a link to the next level. Okay, so these links won't. Oh, this link works. You need to complete the other levels first. Okay, never mind. I got too excited. So script alert, and it has to be THM, I believe. Can't do anything else. Closing the script tag. THM. It said it, right? It's confirming. Then we will be able to go to payload. Go to page 2. Level 2. Enter your name. Let's see. Oh, this is another one. Here. So if I enter this, let's see the code. I think we have to keep on looking at the source code as well to see input value. So the whole input, whatever was sent, is also sending. So if you saw this, right? This is our input form, right? Let me know if you want me to make it a bit bigger. I can make it a bit bigger. Here we have this, right? Input payload. Now we have input with the value inside it. So what we can do, crazy thing is, let's see what they want us to do next. Should I just start going and hacking by myself, or should we just follow this? Okay, let's follow this. They might have extra information too. Link to, like the previous level, you are asked again to enter your name. This time when clicking the enter, your name is being reflected in an input tag instead. Viewing the page, you see the reflected inside the value attribution of the input tag. It wouldn't work if you try entering previous JavaScript payload. So here, because we have to do something interesting, I'll show you this, what exactly they want us to do. You see this, right? What we want to do is get out of this so that it works like this. It should look like this. Script, blah, blah, blah. Important to note, this is what I just entered here. This thing. So if we enter the same thing, what we wanted here, we wanted to close the tag, whatever it enters. We wanted to go alert, TryHackMe. The reason we are not closing this because we will get the one from input, right? And I will say alert THM. So sometimes what we want, we can just type and like reverse engineer it from there. Let's see if they are confirming the payload still. Payload failed. So we know something went wrong because it's still coming out like this. If there is an input in here, that means our payload failed. This should not be here, the highlighted blue one. So let's see what happened wrong. This one value, there is like a extra colon. What we have to do is enter that colon too. And I think I can just enter like this. Now let's see. It worked, right? Reverse engineer it, and like you will be able to find a lot of things like that, even in life, I will say. I've been able to get away. So you see extra one here. That's okay. Our goal basically, like it was not being perfect. It was, we wanted to get an alert box so we can go to the next level. Let's read what level 2 had to say at least. It wouldn't work if you were to try previous payload because you can't run it from inside the input tag. Instead, we need to escape input tag first so the payload can run properly. And if you realize, I don't know if you saw it, but there was nothing in the input tag when we entered that script because it came out of that input tag. You can do this with the following payload. They entered this too, and everything worked. The important part of the payload is the starting with this. This is also helpful with, I think we will be covering one more thing in the last session of this intro to web hacking, which is I think 2 or 3 are left, called SQL injection. SQL injection is such a big thing. It has been since 1998. Why I know that? It's been 25 years now, almost. It's like quarter a century is there, and still it's one of the big problems. It's always like you see in top 10 of the year. So yeah, let's go back. Same thing here, right? We got out of the input tag, right? Which closes the value parameter and then closes the input tag. This now closes the input tag properly and allows the JavaScript to run. So our input tag is closed, runs the JavaScript. Now, when you click the enter button, you will get an alert pop up with the string THM, and then you can go to the next level. Let's see level 3. Let's do it ourselves. If we can't, right, we are smart people, we can get it through, right? So here, let's say I entered hello again. This time it's a text box. If you see how I can tell, because there is this at the end. Input and text, the biggest difference is text area you can increase so much, with the input you can't. So here, let's look at here, go here and inspect text area. Text area here, hello. So our previous one won't work, I believe. Let's see. Everything what we enter is entering in the text box. So if we go with our previous one, what we did, let's see what happens here. Failed. Why it failed? No need for this. It was already outside. You just need that. So let's see. Again, we'll do a simple one that will do the job for us to show. Here, failed. Why it failed? It's a text area. Now, just like we closed our input one with the quotes, we have to close the text area with the same ideology. How we'll do it? Text area, like you see here at here, this thing, right? Text area, close, and now we'll go with our nasty script. Let's go. Let's see if this works. It worked. Reverse engineered it, or maybe we are just too smart. And we are at level 3, or sorry, level 4 now. Let's read what they had to say, because a lot of things, the reason I'm reading this, you cannot be perfect, but there is always a chance to learn in these, right? Some hidden information here, and I've learned a lot of times by not just overlooking things. You are presented with another form asking for your hello, sorry. You are presented with another form asking for your name, and you guys can hear me, right? Sorry. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Apologies. You're presented with another form asking for your name. The same as the previous level, your name gets reflected inside a HTML tag. This time, the text area tag, right? So we have to get out of the text area just like we did. You'll have to escape the text area tag a little differently with the input one in level 2 by using the following payload. This one. Turns out we just have to exit out by setting this. We don't even have to do the enter. We don't have to care about the next one, because there was another one of the closing text area tags. We don't care, because by the time our script has already loaded, and our goal was to get the script loaded. Remember that, right? It's not like HTML throws an error and breaks down the website. It doesn't happen that way. To this, so we were able to see, and with the proof, we are at level 4. The important part of the above payload is the closing tag of the text area, which causes the text area element to close on the script, so the script will run. Now, when you click the enter button, you'll get an alert pop up with the THM and go to the next level. Level 4. Now we won't see. Let's test our thing, right? Let's test our string first, or first let's do hello. It goes here. Let's see. It came as a span. Okay. and how it is taking in. That's also important, right? Enter your name. It says input. Okay, now see what happens with the script. Nothing comes up. Did we got an error? Unexpected identifier. Let's see what. Oh, we see something here. Okay, let's see our network. Get. Sorry, I have to first clear this. Oh, wrong one. Let's see our alert, simple alert one, right? I want to see get for this. So the payload is being entered here, get for this, and this is what we see. This is being entered like this. So if I just go like, how about this? Payload failed still. Okay. Ignore the below code. It is not challenge related. Okay. Let's see what they have to say for this one. Entering your name into the form, you will see it reflected on the page. This level looks similar to the level 1, but upon inspecting the page source, you will see your name get reflected in some JavaScript code. Okay. So we see here, this is the one that's bothering me. I don't know what this is. Okay, never mind. So let's just do hello world. Let's figure it out together, right? Like we do. Here, class name. Oh. Nope. So let's see text center. Okay. Let me know if you want me to increase the size of things, right? I can for sure do that for my lovely public, my homies. This is not for me. Let's see. Okay. This says this one document.get confirm this confirming. Okay, let's do this. It's much easier to just go here. Script tag. Let's just search for the script tag then. What all script tags are here? Okay, here's this one. Document.get element by class name. So we are the span, right? The span tag has this class name, inner HTML this. So now we have to change this class name to get out of here. So we might have to change the basically the payload in such a way that JavaScript will enter this inner HTML should change to basically script. Okay. I'm just thinking, how do I do that? Any idea from you guys? How should we do it? Maybe we can do is because it's getting which one to let's start one by one, right? We had our all the different type of open the room in a different tab to will make it life easier. So when we think about it, close this. When we think about it, we have 4 methods. One is reflected XSS, which is about sending something in the input. Second, we have stored XSS. And the third one is the DOM. I think this is the DOM one, right? DOM one, we have to change hash parameter when writes onto the page. Okay, maybe it might be this. And let's see. Dot hash. Wait, this is window dot location dot hash. Location dot hash. Script alert thm script okay, and we have this. So whatever is being put, nope. What we have to do is, because we have to document this, like this whole good guy here, the script guy, get by class name, and this whatever I type here is basically getting typed. So I can have this, basically the whole thing here. Copy, paste. Inner HTML should be script alert thm, right? What do you guys think? This will work or not? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, however you like. Roast me. Let's see. I have to enter to get out of that previous document one, and let's see if this one will. Do I need a maybe? Yeah. Let's enter and see. Nope, that didn't work. Let's see what it did though. That will, just knowing what it did will give us some idea. Okay, maybe I have to enter in a bit different way. From the previous one, we have this as the previous one. I don't even have to type this actually, the whole thing. I can just exit with this and a semicolon, and I can do alert, because in the script, it's already in the script. I don't have to create another script tag. I can just have to get out of this current document thing, right? It should be like what I was saying here. I want it to look something like this. I want it to look something like this, and this might do the job for us. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, probably not. Okay, changed like this here. No. Okay. Not. I don't want to see the answer yet though. Like if you're looking for the answer, probably go try hacking. I want to get through this. I want to grind. Suffering is sometimes good. I'll see document dot get. Let's see what this did. Okay. Let's try this here in the console. That's fine. I don't want to give attacker everything I want. Allow pasting below. Okay. Allow pasting. This does the job. But if I do this, it doesn't do the job. So I have to find this problem. How to get out of this. How about this? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Okay, nope. This does that. Okay, so this is our answer then. Here from here till here, that's our answer. Yes. We did it. And we can go to level 5. So reverse engineering and not thinking a lot, like window.location.hash. I don't know it much, so but that's fine. Let's go here. Here. Oh, they entered like with the code score. So code codes will what will do? It will comment out anything at the back. We could have done that. That would have been cleaner. But it's okay. You'll have to escape the existing JavaScript command so you are able to run your code. You can do this with the following payload. And exiting basically this exits the document.get class thing, alert, and then comment out whatever is at the end. Because JavaScript is like HTML is basically a markup language, how things look like a word, your English. JavaScript is basically a programming language. It will give error. It won't work if there is errors in it. So basically that's why we want to either comment it out or we have to make sure it's properly parsed, which you will see from below screenshot will execute your code. Like the single quote closes the field specifying the name, then semicolon and exit signifies the end of the current command. Then we have quotes, the double backslashes at the end, making everything into a comment rather than executable code. So we made it basically an empty string. Doesn't matter. But if it is something more, you just would like to, right? Comment out everything. Depends on your case to case, because if there's some important code that can break, yes. Now, when you click the enter button, you will get an alert pop up with the string thm, and you will be able to, you get the confirmation to move to level 5. Level 5, let's see. Go to level 5. How many level left? Okay, we are at the end almost. So, hello. Let's see what hello does here. Hello here. We have and hello was sent as the payload. So let's see, script should be in script just like the previous one. So let's see all the script tags. First one, second here. Ignore this one. Okay, done. There are only 2. Okay, let's make this a bit bigger and dial more into this. We don't care about this one. We care about here. Style sheet, integrity, cross origin, anonymous, display, body, XSS examples, blah blah blah. Don't need this, I guess. The form, this is the payload input, thm button. Okay, and the thing we get is center here. Hello. Let's see if there's any more hellos here. Just 2. Okay, so probably let's see in the back end, it's probably sending getting validated or sanitized in the backend. Let's see. Okay, this and the alert. So in the back end, I guess this is actually like getting cleaned. Okay, I think need to use all my brain cells now. Script, what it will do? Okay, script is basically taken away. I can have this. This works fine. So I can have, let's say, I have input. I'll get another input. So it's just the script that word is getting removed. Okay. So I have to think about it. In the payload is getting, but in the receiving it's not. Now let's see. What are the other ways we can get data or script? Okay, I see the answer here. It's basically S script. So basically we have to do something like the file inclusion thing. If we do script okay, let's see what was this, what happened here. Let's see. S okay, let's see what this did. S remained, so script word is taken out. What we can do if, how about this, S and I do crypt again. Script is taken out, so how about this, crypt S, I added S here, crypt here. Let's see, this might do the job. Okay, it worked. Okay, level 6, enter image path. Let's see if I entered image path.png, the payload becomes like this. Okay, now it's more about and whatever is here, let's say image, and this is the image, this is being shown, whatever is your picture source, and I can either put JavaScript here, or let's say if I do okay, let's go like this. What this did for us, payload failed. So all the signs are being removed, right? They are just creating issues for my brain right now. I'll just enter from here. What if I do like this, 1 backslash, what this will do? Nothing, it did nothing. I have to think of a smarter way than this. Everything. What about if I replace, I think there is a ASCII for everything, so maybe I can do something. Let me just double check first. Okay, so I have perplexity. Let's go here. Can it can be either less than, greater than. I think if we do that way, less than greater than is I think L. Let me see. Ways to represent in computers. Okay, I think there's ampersand LT, then okay, no, yeah, here this got changed. I don't know if you guys saw this, but this got changed here. But my answer was on. I saw it in the blink of an eye. So I think what I can do here is ampersand LT this. Let's see if this will do the job. Okay, something happened. There are ampersand sign now. Okay. Ampersand less than, and then I will do script GT this alert THM and ampersand L less than script ampersand GT this. What did that do for me? Let's see what it did for me though. It didn't change. Oh, it didn't change because all the things here were changed. So let's see. Here script tag alert, and then less than, and then wait, alert less than so that's script ampersand GT. No, okay, need to think of one other way. This everything is getting removed now, and just one equal sign is coming, so something is being removed. If I enter like this, what comes? My brain is like at night time it's not good. If I go like just this, okay, let's see. Something is coming all the time now, which is interesting. So something is got removed, I believe. Let's see. Okay. Let's think a bit harder. I want this to be like here, then script, but everything is getting removed. So Um, yeah, I know. Head is shaking, boss. How to? Yeah, it is. It is. And how to bypass? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. URL encoding. Encoding. Use HTML entity encoding or URL encoding to represent this. For example, okay. What is the other one? E. Let's see if there's any chat on YouTube. Nothing. Twitch for life then. Yes. Let's see if this one will work. Okay, let's see. Paste script. Let's see. Script got in, but these things, just if I enter just this, there's some issue with it. Okay, the equal sign is coming. My brain. Okay. Maybe yeah, I can enter this like that. Okay, let's see if I can enter. Let's see what this does. It's still inside this. How to get outside of the tag? Let's see. XSS filter evasion cheat sheet. Let's see. Okay. This attack uses normal XSS JavaScript load. It serves as a baseline to cheat sheet required and any modern XSS locator. Okay. I won't be able to hear anything for a couple of seconds. I'm removing. My head is hurting with that. Okay. On mouse hover, there is this. Okay. I think this might be what we are looking for. No, wait. Let's see. Okay, XSS malformed. Image on error JavaScript. Wait. Alert encoded. Let's see what this will do. Let's break the machine. It has given too much brain damage anyways. Okay, something has happened, that's for sure. The image is not coming. So at least we are going somewhere. Let's see what it happened. So whatever we just entered, let's enter like this then. Something bound to have happened. Java on error JavaScript alert. Okay, this did work. Basically, we were able to get alert XSS, so that's a big thing for us. On error, do this. So if I do X quotes, it's not able to get the image. Then I do this. I did it. I did it. You see me? See my moves? You see my moves? Yeah, I got it. What I did, I will explain. It was looking for cat image in the image directory. I gave it the value X. There is no image with the name X. So it gave an error. And what I said with the error thing is that if on error image is not able to do, apply a JavaScript file or JavaScript alert XSS. Now I have to just change the XSS part to this. What I will do, perplexity. Has anyone tried the 8-ball? I have never tried the 8-ball one. Let's see. Don't ask that. Don't count on it. What the hell? It's roasting me. What? I just got roasted by the thing I just said. That's another low I hit today. That's another low, bro. Like, I set you up. My computer is roasting me. Explain this and change. Do anybody else want to try the 8-ball in the chat? Do the exclamation sign and then 8-ball. So let's see, the payload uses decimal, so it's using decimal values, characters trailing to semicolon. If I want to change, so I will do this. Okay, so it's basically hexadecimal. Enjoying the stream, don't forget. Oh, that's just me. I had to read. Let's see. No, don't give any dashes, Panda, between. Just do 8-ball directly. The heavens point. Why I got roasted then? What the hell? Okay, we at least got our flag. At least somewhere happiness is there for me. Panda, at least you can have a good day now. Heaven says yes. Right? Now you can have a good day. Okay, cool. Oh, we were at level 5. Here it said alert, right? So we got our idea that we can get away with script. I just read, actually it's funny, I just read this part of it. I didn't even read the script part. The final payload will become this. Yeah, but like week is not over yet, so you have a great week. My apologies, I should have said week. So level 6, image source. Script alert THM, this. Doesn't seem to work. On load alert. Oh, they did another function. Yeah. They did another way, which is, I think, much easier, I guess. Can we do it this way then? If we were doing that, can we go back? If they were doing this, I can just type JavaScript. Okay. X on error I think so, most likely. Yeah. Did you made it? Was any sound made with the sound alert? I don't even. Sorry, I was not able to hear it. I'll keep my phone on. There are a lot. If you do another thing, if you're new, right? I will say if you do commands, same like you are doing 8-ball. You will get like a bunch of commands I have entered. You can see a bunch of commands. Yeah, I think the sound is not there. Sound alert is just the name of the plugin. I have to change that. But I will add, like, I'm just working on the weekends on this. Like, I have 2 jobs, right? So I'm like very tied up with things. Okay, it worked. I'm very tied up with things, so like I'm not able to like make a lot of progress during the weekdays. It's just too many bills I have. So yeah, like so I'm trying every weekend. I'm just putting extra hours to understand how streaming works so I can create a more engaging one where not only like you guys can play sounds whenever you send emojis, they fall like boom boom boom. Like I'm just trying learning even with TTS and all those things, right? Where you can just donate. Probably like for a lot of viewers, I will just do free. Just if you guys want to say do something, right? I will try something which it doesn't cost you anything, right? Oh, I should add quote. I never know there was a quote one. I did a bunch of default ones. But hey, thanks for trying those. Let's get back. So they did the onload, we did on error. So there is a lot with the image one. Yeah, there is no song. I have to add like a free song so I don't get banned or DMCA. So I'm learning. So probably like 8-ball is there. There is Discord to get my Discord one. So if anybody wants to send me a text, that's the reason I started going YouTube. Somebody said, hey, they don't like Twitch much. They want to go on YouTube. So, and it's a good way because the videos are stored forever there. So that's why. Now that when you click on the enter button, you will pop up the whole thing is there. Polyglots. An XSS polyglot is a string of text which can escape attributes, tags, bypass filter all in one. You could have used the below polyglot on all 6 levels you have entered and it have exceeded. Oh wow. Wow. This would have worked for every single one of them. Inside SVG on load, script, text area, style, title. That's crazy. Discount will come. I'm adding. I will get a store done. But here you go. Hopefully Twitch didn't break for anyone. Wait, it might have. Okay, it did. Thank God. It didn't. So that's good. So we were able to get our THM XSS master flag, right? Cool. We were able to get this. So let's, for our practical, it's 2 hours. I'm very sleepy. This is the first thing we'll do tomorrow with our practical with the blind XSS. Autocorrect. Yeah. I didn't get that though. Autocorrect. I meant Discord. Oh, the discount thing. I see. Sounds goody good. Looking forward to chat on the Discord too. But yeah, now these two are interesting. My most important interesting one is the SQL injection because SQL injection is such a big problematic thing. And with time being passed, right? I will tell you this insider information. A lot of people don't are not with time they are not becoming better. They are becoming worse when it comes to development. Because they are relying a lot on the packages, on these stuff which comes like, for example, nobody's looking nowadays when I see about developers and even like my seniors or like my colleagues, a lot of people either don't know about these attacks or they don't have enough knowledge to cover all the tags because they are developers, they are front end developers. For example, you want to learn React, Vue, Angular. You don't have enough bandwidth to learn about these attacks, how they happen. You are going to probably use a package. A lot of time, once, let's say, for example, a big MNC like Coca-Cola, if they haven't updated their website in a long time, they are using the old packages which might have got discontinued, and that's why those websites become vulnerable, because latest XSS and all those are not there. And that's the reason SQL is a big one. Cross-site scripting, SSRF, IDOR, and file inclusion are big. There's authentication bypass, other stuff. Authentication bypass was good, but not like a lot compared to what we learned in IDOR, file inclusion, and all these last ones. But hey, we're learning. And a big thing is, need to look at the next step, Burp Suite. Why I'm excited about Burp Suite, let me show you something. Let me show you something very interesting, which will blow your mind. I can guarantee you that. Remember to see this cheat sheet too, man. This is actually a good work done by these guys. Let me send the cheat sheet here too. So what I was saying about the thing that will blow your mind about Burp Suite. If you look at HackerOne, HackerOne has the series of interviewing a bunch of hackers, like who have crossed millions, who made it a living. They work like 20 hours a week, 10 hours a week, or even just like a month or two, and they make millions in bounties or thousands of dollars, like Ben, Stock, and all those guys, right? Amazing guys, every one of them humble as hell. And they have like these interviews, if you see, and I will send you HackerOne's stuff. These people all have one thing in common. And let me ask you, what do you think they have in common? Are they developers? Were they developers in the past? No. Well, not all of them are developers. Do they have similar computer science or knowledge of programming? No. They have computer science? Yeah, they are hackers. But like, I will tell you this, Panda. The most common thing is every one of them use Burp Suite. This thing, and every single interview, if you see, a lot of them just talk about this, how their whole hacking journey started was because they were doing Burp Suite. And if you go Hacker 101 for pen testers, they talk about some about JavaScript, but a lot of them talk at the end of they say Burp Suite, Burp Suite, Burp Suite all the time. And if you go to these interviews, let's see, interviews. Here, HackerOne interviews. Right, this guy I follow a lot. He's a fun guy. He was one of the MVPs in the previous Franz Rosen. All of them, right, talk just about this Burp Suite, which will be covered in this week. I will say probably this week, because we are almost done with our intro to web hacking. I'm interested in more becoming like, I want to start my bug bounty journey this year, to be honest. So I'm learning all about web JavaScript. I have been looking at some of the rooms. Let me show you. Saved rooms. Where is that? View profile. No, I'm at profile. Badges. On badges, rooms. There should be saved rooms here. So if you see the saved rooms, right, there are two things common in all of the saved rooms I like. Where's the JavaScript? JavaScript one is not there. Oh, here it is. JavaScript and containers. Those are two big ones for me, because I'm a DevOps guy, but I'm also like a full stack developer at the same time. Happens. Because as a DevOps guy, if things need to be delivered fast, you need to know how to fix things. So those two are the one we will cover. Big, massive, lot of jobs out there for both as a full stack developer and a DevSecOps. So this SOC I'm not a fan of, so probably won't do it. But security, we are going to jump into DevSecOps too later this year, but maybe like in a month or two. But for sure, web fundamentals and junior penetration tester, we are going to hit these so hard. We are on that section, right? we are on this journey of junior penetration tester, where we are actually going over not this junior penetration role. I don't want to cover these. This is like too simple. Maybe I will cover this. We are covering the whole thing. And burp, once burp, we will look into HTTP. I have created a whole plan. I will post it on my socials. But you will, if you are just stay with me in this journey, I'm guarantee you will be in a very good shape security wise. But yeah, after that, I'm kind of tired. But thank you so much for everyone for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking for 2 hours with you guys. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the likes whenever I asked you for. Thank you for great viewers. I got like 6 today at one point, an average of like 3. Actually not 3, more than 3. So thank you so much. Love you. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow at this time, 9 p.m. PST. Feel free to send me anything on Discord you want me to talk about, or in future you want me to include in my roles. Just like I started today YouTube, I got a message on Discord. I'm listening. I would love to help, talk, and just chill with you guys. Okay, till then, thank you so much. Have a good one.